All right, welcome everybody. Hey, I appreciate you all coming out, sharing with us today. We ain't got no title for this right now. This is just a pilot episode. Listen, let's go around and everybody say your name, and so we can go ahead and get ready for this conversation. I'll start with my man over here. Y'all know who he is.
What's up? What's up? It's Bezo803 on all that social media. What's up?
All right, we got ladies.
Hey, it's Pandora Davis, outerwear on social media.
What's up?
It's your boy Ken Hargrove, also known as Mr. Smellgood 803.
All right. And this Dave Sims, man, like for real, I appreciate you guys coming out. Hey, we're going to jump right into this because we ain't going to waste no time. So I want to know, and this is for everybody, what are the common misperceptions or delusions that one, men have about women, and one, on the other side, that women have about men? What's a common, just think about a common delusion. I got one. I'm going to throw one out there, right? For women, for women, what do you think? I think women feel like they have the ability to stop a man from cheating if they were just you know what I'm saying? They got the ability, they got the good to stop a man from cheating. I feel like that's a delusion of a woman.
It surely is a delusion.
Yeah.
She's very delusional.
Yeah, but what you
I don't know why would she think that.
a lot of women think that.
Why would she think that?
Yo,
Why?
I got the goods.
They confident like that.
No, the good that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Have y'all seen that list that was floating around like the other day? It said like who all been cheated on? Your mama,
Yeah.
your aunt Sharon,
Everybody.
Halle Berry.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't really make a difference as far as like the level of who this woman is. I mean,
Right.
it happens.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she got the goods, but a man likes peace.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
A man likes peace.
Okay.
So
So
you're saying it's more than the sex.
Yes, of course. Yeah, he likes the good cootie, but he don't want to come home and just to deal with the cootie all the time.
Right.
So he's
right.
going to stay out as much as he stay in if he don't have the peace.
But why do you think women feel like, hey, I look good, I feel good, I got the best? Because it seems like a prevalent thing that's out here, not just for men, but for women. I see now that it's like you're not gonna. Why? If you leave me, it's your fault because I know that I got all these lists of things that are basically saying I'm good, including sex if that's the case.
Yeah.
That's going to keep you. And if you walk away, it really is not my fault. It's really your fault because you're missing out on the best thing ever. Have you ever heard like perception of?
I mean, that's confident and maybe a little bit of cockiness, but that's also not being aware.
See, yeah, I was gonna say that's underestimating
Yeah,
what
that's-
men
Right.
really are driven by. It's an
Right.
assumption that just says, hey, I know I can get my man because of how I look or how I sex him in the bedroom. And that's all that he has in his mind that says that's going to keep him happy.
But women have to understand men see beauty different than what we see y'all think beauty is. Right?
Explain that.
Because women may think that they see the beauty as the body. You guys look at beauty different. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be a model right here and a plain Jane right there and a fine sucker right there, and they won't understand why they would go to the plain Jane because they think that they look at that outer share. You know what I'm saying? You three. The same woman could be sitting here, and one of y'all might not like him. You know what I'm saying? And she may be the baddest chick in the thing, but some men not gonna be attracted to her because that's not the beauty that they're looking at. You know, every man don't look at the outside beauty, and that's what some women don't understand.
I'm gonna tell you that whole beauty thing, man. Look, some of us men have developed a spider sense now.
Oh yeah.
Like our spider senses start tingling just because you look good. Be like,
Yeah.
no,
Don't be the
no,
ones. Stay away
nah,
from.
I mean,
not
there used
getting me.
There used to be a perception. I remember the first time I want to say in college when I felt like I got a real super fine looking woman, right? Woman, a teenager, extended teenager. You know what I mean? We 18, whatever. But I remember the time I was like, man, this is great, but soon it got revealed that there was some insecurity issues. And I got with another one, right? Because now I was like, man, I must be the guy. You know, I'm the guy. I got somebody fine, because that's the thing. You get somebody fine, you good, right? But there was some more insecurity issues. Now, I'm not saying that every fine woman got insecurity issues, but it created something in me to say, if you're fine, or if you always put together, there's something about you that may be off. You know what I mean? And it led on for a few years. You know, I believe that for a second, because it's like, I don't want the super fine woman. You know, I don't want the one that, you know, but I mean, now I'm a little different, because I feel like you can have beauty and brains. But back in the day, I had that perception that I do want the roundaway girl, because it's like, I don't want somebody who's always putting the makeup on the outside.
Right.
That makeup to me represented, you can make up your face, you can make up all that stuff, but your heart ain't right.
Oh yeah,
You feel me?
man. I think social media plays a big part in
Yes,
that too,
absolutely.
because people can paint a picture on social media where, even with what we're doing with the podcast, I'm not here to single people out, but you look on their page, they're very knowledgeable, talk about this, talk about that, but then we get them on in front of this hot seat, they totally different.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you can't Google nothing, you can't, you know, meme nothing. This is live. What we talking about?
Well, it's safe.
Yeah.
It's safe because, like you said, I'm behind something. You can't see me. You can't see my reaction. It's safe. You know, that's like some people who may, like you said, sit behind the computer, but they can't interview well.
Nah.
Right? They're bad interviewers. They're bad with their social skills. You know, they don't know how to interact and create relationships outside of the people that know them and they know. So I think that you're right, man. I think that it's something that we all can look at and say there's something more than the sex that's valuable. Right. I feel like that some women do feel that way. But I want to jump on the other side, a delusion of a man. I think here's one. I'm gonna toss this out there. I think a man's delusion, one of them, is the fact that if I attain wealth, that I can get whatever woman I want, and that woman has to be loyal to me because I attained the wealth and I'm providing the whole thing. Like, why wouldn't you get with somebody? Isn't the basis of a woman, this is their thinking, to be safe, have security, prosperity, and want that. And if that is what they want, then I can be an ugly or whatever looking dude inside and outside. But if I got money, but it's been proven now, hear me out, that some of that look like it's true. It seems like, you know, I've seen pretty women be with ugly guys, but they got the loot. They got money. It's like ugly guy. I ain't talking about just, you know, inside, outside. I'm talking about like inside. Like, but they got money, which to a woman looks like, you know, I have some kind of safety or security. I mean, what do you guys say about that? It's a Is that a delusion?
It can be, because I think we started getting into this whole idea of the high value man over the recent years. You know what I'm saying? You keep hearing that phrase, high value man, a high value man. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a guy out here who's willing to get out here on his back of his truck and pick up garbage, not miss a day, he's on time, he's getting paid, he's taking care of his responsibilities, I think a lot of women actually find that attractive. And I think sometimes we as men get just this misunderstanding of saying the amount of money I'm making as regards to how I'm handling my business is what's making me attractive to this woman.
Man, I've seen, y'all know the Kendra show. I don't know if you know that on IG, Kendra show. She comes on, interviews people, singles who wanna find somebody. And what is a prevailing thought? Now I see what you're saying, but a prevailing thought is women have this bottom line of 6 figures, $100,000 that you have to make for them to even say you, because what they see is, again, I'm not knocking that, and I'm not knocking anything, but I think there's a prevailing, like, you have to hate 6 figures to be with me, because what a woman may see now, I'm sitting next to a woman may see, you can prove me right or wrong, is that the money equals some value of, you have sustenance, you can take care of me. You know, I don't have to work, right? Okay. Because it's a prevailing, the soft girl era, all this other stuff.
Took it right there.
Yeah, it's like, I don't,
Soft girl
the
era.
soft girl era. And I'm going to let Pandora get in there for a second, but it's like that right there. What do
that
you
about?
do with that?
Listen,
Yeah.
ladies, please don't trip. I'm just speaking for me, right? I done been with a man that had nothing. When I say nothing, jailhouse man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because when that money go, what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I don't go by now. I won't do that again because of the outcome of it.
Okay.
But I'm not all about the money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you there, you provide for me. I can't always expect for you to come through as a man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't have all the weight on y'all. You know what I'm saying? How can
Big speaker.
how can I want my man to come to me on his soft side when I'm always putting that heavy weight on him? You know what I'm saying? I want him to be able to talk to me about anything. Cry on my shoulder.
Man, drop the clues
So-
bomb.
Hit that yellow button on the
Right here?
Not that one. Go
This one.
That's a little applaud button.
Boom. Boom. I'm getting used to this, guys.
We're gonna plug some more sounds in real soon.
But yeah, so I mean, and then you said something about the looks. Yeah, you want your man to be attractive, but you can always upgrade a look. You know what I'm saying? You can always upgrade a look. You can all
So
if
do
he
you-
comes in, if he comes in and he has on shabby shoes, baby, let's go to the store. Or you could come, I got a surprise for you. You got a gift on the bed. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can show him what you like. You know what I'm saying? You
But you got a lot of women that say, I don't want to build a bear. I want the man to come. If you're going to approach me, you got to come already ready at a certain standard because they're looking at, I'm being the devil's advocate for the women who ain't here.
right?
They're looking at a man that said, if you don't have a certain level, why should I say I got to build you up when you should already be on a certain level before you, like, don't even go out there and date if a woman got to build you up to create, quote unquote, a man out of you. That's what they think. You feel me?
That's what social media having them think.
That's the prevalent. Yeah. What do you
That's
say about
what
that?
social media having them think, and that's where they are going wrong at. You know, yeah, you can see a person and say, "Hey, yeah, I won't take a shot at him because of what he had." But how do you know what that person is on the inside?
Right.
You know, that social media have us messed up about how everything is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you're not getting to know that person at all, and that's messing you up. And then you're gonna keep dating. That's why a man and a woman can't come together now, because it's, oh, I'm not gonna take this, I'm not gonna do this, he should already know this, she should. Come on now.
Right.
You know, you have some people that come out of homes that didn't even experience that. So how you expect for them to know if they never experienced it? How you gonna fault them if they never experienced it? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. And I think, a lot of it, we come from our basis of experience, and it's kind of hard when you have a lot of people speaking from a side of experience that they don't have.
Right.
But then yet and still they're given this world full of knowledge of, oh, this is how you need to, maneuver this and maneuver that, when you have absolutely zero life experience. And I think that's a lot of what we see on social media a lot of times, is just a lot of people with hardly any life experience trying to give us a formula of how everyone should be coming to the table with anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, for the women out there, I'm going to look in the camera, who say you want a 100K man, you really don't want that, because you're not going to see him a lot.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just about to say, you're not.
Yeah.
Yep.
We work, we're ambitious.
Right.
If that's the case, we do more than just cater to you and your feelings and rubbing your back. I'm not saying we're not going to do all of that. I'm just saying we are workers. We're ambitious. So we got to work. If you want that provision, if you want that kind of life,
Right.
then you got to sacrifice a lot for that too. A lot of people not talking about the sacrifice that's made based on what I want, instead of us collaborating and coming together in a partnership and seeing, listen, I got your back, you got mine. You have women out here now that make more than me.
Right.
We took a survey. I did a little, research, and basically, out of any other ethnicity group, the black male and female make around the same amount of money. You have a disparity in the white, disparity in the Asian, disparity in other groups, but in the black, we make around the same amount. Do you think it's a delusion that we're asking for this Well, now black women as a whole, don't think about athletes. Don't think about, those are anomalies. We think athletes are the norm, or movie stars or rap stars. They are anomalies. They are one-offs. On a normal basis, on an everyday basis, a lot of men and black women are making around the same amount of money. So why do we want to demand this amount of money up here? What are we doing to ourselves as a culture? What do you think?
Well, it's not realistic. Let's look at the statistics and let's look at the ratio. There's only a certain small percentage that's going to be over that 100K a year salary. And if I've got 80% of these women out here now saying they want 10% of the men pool who's over this $100,000, there's a shortage of men.
It is.
There's a shortage of men, but the expectation has been set though. You see what I'm saying? The expectation has been set when there's not enough supply to go around for everyone to want this 100K plus
Not
man.
enough supply and demand. You ain't
Right.
got enough.
So is
Somebody
that
gonna lose?
So it means, to me, it just means like we have to get more realistic about what our expectations are. Let's get out of what everything else is telling you. Let's just really make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if you really, really thought about some of the stuff, like, does it even make sense to even be having your expectation that high? You know what I'm saying? If this man makes $500,000, and what else are you bringing to help him? I mean,
You
seriously.
want me to be the devil's
I mean,
advocate?
is there any?
You
Is
want me to be the
there?
devil's advocate?
Yeah, don't tell me you bringing me
I'm
a child.
bringing me.
No, okay, yeah, all right.
I'm the package.
And I can
That's what they
and
say.
that man who's making $500,000 a year can go out someplace and pay this woman to not have to be a part of his life. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He slide a little bit of money on the nightstand.
yeah.
She go her way, he go his, and he don't have that long-term responsibility to her. So if it's just about bringing a body to the table, but are you helping him in a management capacity, like you said earlier, that peace factor?
Right.
There are other management. There's other ways that you can contribute, but when we're not even looking at saying that we're bringing other equity to the table, you know what I'm saying? That this is where all these expectations start getting so out of bounds, man.
And then, I mean, we sat and we talked about beauty,
Mm-hmm.
money, but we didn't talk about love.
Mm.
I mean, everything there is love. After all the money goes, what's gonna hold y'all? Because right now that seemed like an agreement. When
Well,
you said put the money on the table, that's
Yeah.
just you. It's just like an agreement.
Well,
Okay.
I'll ask this question, devil advocate: is love necessary in a relationship? And
Yes.
now you say yeah, but for some people, it is not necessary. Is love for
I think it
some?
all works together.
Go ahead,
It
man.
all works
Speak on
together.
it.
Because I mean, just to backpedal some, we got this pressure of being a high value man, right? Everybody 100K. So wherever your mentality could be, we on the grind. We trying to get it, right? So I'm not gonna have time to go on date night, this night and that night.
Yeah.
When we start off, it might start off like that, but it's gonna come to a point where that might fall off some. So I would say if you're on your grind, you shouldn't be dating, because the woman's not going to be happy. Most of them don't understand that we on this grind, we focus, we trying to do what we're doing, and high value men that's really having motion and really being successful. It's kind of hard to see where a woman fit in sometimes, because my house is clean, I know how to cook, I can eat out if I don't feel like cooking. I'm trying to see where you
Because you haven't found your person.
I'm not talking about me personally.
I'm just
talking
saying
about
the person they have.
that's
You
the-
haven't
I'm speaking for a lot
found
of
your
men.
person. You haven't found your person. If somebody come in and they want that $100,000 and they know that you got to be away and they nagging, that's not your person. Because they have to understand, in order for you to bring that money in, you got to be away.
But a woman,
That's why you got a
y'all
phone.
got y'all needs though.
But
Be
that's why
real
you got.
now.
That's why. Oh God, can I
Y'all
say
got
that?
y'all
On,
needs.
can I say this on that?
Y'all
We
got
got,
y'all
and
needs.
we got needs that we know what to do when we need our needs
But
now.
I'm still saying,
But we got phone for FaceTime, right? It's too many things to say that
that sounds good.
In theory.
It sounds good.
God, people not like that.
They're not like that.
That sounds
I mean,
good.
we're talking about realistic now. I mean, because a lot of the
sounds
things
good.
that we talking about for a lot of people is just
Gee.
it's the idealism.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the practicality of what really people are dealing with out here, and the prevalent ideology that's just everywhere now, and it's so much different. It's so much
due
different.
to social media. If social
could
media
be.
was that not like that, you have the TikTok, you have the looks. Everything is looks, soft life. If that wasn't playing it, we would not have this separation of our black men and women, because that's what it is.
Let's just give an example, right? And I'm not speaking from a personal space per se, but I'm speaking of overall experience. I could be working 10 weekends in a row. That's just what's going on. I'm on it. You could be with a female. Her friend could be posting on Facebook. They went to Bahamas. Oh, Keisha and I went to the Bahamas.
Must
Hey,
be nice.
when we gonna do something? And that turns into a thing.
Yeah.
Tension.
Tension.
Competition.
I'm trying to get this bag though.
Right.
You ain't trying to pay a lot of,
Right.
I'm carrying the load. So it's like, you got to find that balance, but it's hard when we're trying to be high value men. And y'all still, anything. Babe, they went to State 48. I want to go there next weekend. I'm busy next weekend.
You haven't found their person.
Yeah, but it's
That
hard.
sounds
It's hard
Yeah.
to. Well, I think it's in some cases. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Within the last few years, I've had the privilege of finding women who have high emotional intelligence. Now, and when I say that, they know how to use their emotions and not let their emotions use them. Right? So they know how to utilize and say things or just keep quiet. Use wisdom. They know when to shift and when to do that, and I'm privileged in that. But I understand that that's not always been the case for me, and it's definitely not always the case. I think when you deal with like what he said, just I'm trying to get the bag. What are we doing? He said it. What are we doing to partner? Now, so for me even to say partner for some women, that sounds sassy. That's what they got their new word.
Oh,
yeah.
That sounds sassy.
I know they're gonna. But ladies, stop. Oh, that's why
Say it. I
men-
want you to say that,
That's why
please.
men don't come to us and share now.
You're right.
Because women put stuff. What's wrong with that? What's
Yeah.
wrong with a man saying this or saying that? What about?
They
what
said
about-
if I say, Bezo, man, let's go eat lunch, and we talking business, they say that's sassy because two men should not be going out to lunch together.
Well, guess what?
Something simple
Some of the
like
women
that.
y'all should scratch off right there.
No, but
And, but the
but
thing
go
is,
back-
when you have going back to that mean when you with that person and they calling you, that mean y'all are together, whether you living together or not. The first thing is y'all should have already talked about that conversation.
You can talk about
Y'all
it all
about to
you
have
want.
what? See, and
Come on now. You come on now.
That's exactly why we would never be one.
When you met me, this is what it was, and I'm trying to do even more work. So now and then we can segue to this 50-50 or who's supposed to do what. So if I say, hey, I got it work then.
Yeah.
So what do y'all do? Y'all just keep on in a relationship like that, or y'all be like, we got to go because
We're gonna find a way to. I mean, and I'm not speaking for me personally. I'm just saying that stuff that I've experienced and guys I know experience. We're gonna, and we love this one. We're gonna find a way to do things with her and stuff like that. Of course.
But if we're not in love with a woman, we're gonna start slowly pulling back.
Yeah.
And
I'ma tell
finding
you.
somebody else who gonna give us that opportunity for us to
If
be
you're
us.
not understanding the mission that we're on, because if you want to do all these nice things, give me a
That's
few
it.
months. We're gonna do it big in a minute.
That's
Just
it.
don't worry about what Keisha and I'm doing.
ladies, please understand
Give me a minute.
something. And I'm going to put this special announcement out the window.
Special announcement.
Pop it.
Please understand, men are very happy to end up being 70 years old and never married. Men are
And that's on every
And that-
men are perfectly fine with that. Men are perfectly fine.
listen, what?
Pop it.
Men are perfectly fine
I'm about to
with
blow it up
saying
in a sec. I got
men
something
are
for that.
perfectly fine with saying, hey, you know what? this is just too much for me. You want me to communicate, but then when I communicate, I'm sassy. You want me to take care of everything, but when I take care of everything, you're saying I'm not letting you be independent. Where's my win? So, excuse me. So the emotional intelligence for us men is saying, just like Dave said, you know what we're gonna do? Hey, I'm gonna back on off, man. Because I would rather be able to go ahead and stack my money, meet the goals that I have set for myself.
Live the way I want to live.
Live the way I want to live without the nagging and without never feeling like whatever I do, it's always going to be another catch-22 behind it. Yeah. You can't tell me that you want this, but then when I try to give you that, you change the goal. You change the target. So I think that has to be one of the first. And I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I'm just saying, women, I'm just wanting y'all to understand. Men are perfectly fine with saying we don't have to be in a relationship.
And I think
not
you
in
know,
a strong commitment. If it has to do that,
right?
We don't have to be in that.
We don't have to.
That's why you have to find your person.
But that's what I'm saying.
You have to.
Can I say something to that?
Go ahead. I
told somebody this the other day. Some men have the privilege of not chasing after women. Oh, I'm about to.
Uh-oh.
Some men have the privilege of not. I don't. Okay, so when I go into the bar, I'm different from some other guys. I don't have to buy you a drink to show you that I got money.
Right.
If a woman wants you, she gonna let you know that she wants you. Period. She's gonna come up to you. Now, maybe I may just in conversation, hey, let me go ahead and get you a drink or whatever. Like, I may spark up a conversation, but I'll have to pay you to show you I'm this big guy. Yeah, I got money in my pocket, but I want to see what you are here and what you are in here before I invest, because all of it is an investment. That's for us, is an investment. I don't know what it is for y'all, but for us, it's always bottom line, pockets getting tight, time and all this stuff, but we still got to work, all this stuff. So in my mind, some of us have the privilege of not chasing after. When you say you got to find, honestly, that's why I talk about mutual things coming together, organic and all the other stuff like that. I don't have, like you said, I don't have to be in something that, if it causes me to start losing myself as a man, and I gotta be, every time I turn around is always something, yeah, I'm a float. I don't have to do that.
Look at this, Pandora. Think about what I was saying earlier. If you know that you are a man who's making a certain amount of money, you know you already have a certain kind of career, you already are in a different level set apart from most men around you. You don't have to go looking for her.
You ain't got to go looking.
I ain't got to. Why I got to go find her for?
You know how
she know I'm right here. It's 5 of us. Boom. And there's 100 of y'all.
There you go.
The odds are in my favor.
It's in my favor.
This is like the Hunger Games.
Say I'm the jewel. I'm the jewel. Men like
the odds forever be in your favor.
Yeah. We be like, really? Because we won up, because number wise, just numbers wise.
Just
numbers. And then when you start narrowing down,
type of women who look.
No. We're up. We're one up in general.
Who look for that.
No, but we're up in general.
We don't. What y'all fail to realize, we don't have to chase y'all either.
Right.
No,
we don't have to chase y'all. We don't have. If you would realize, women got their own stuff now. You know what I'm saying? They got their own. What?
I don't know.
We don't have no more independent women no more.
Listen. I'm not saying they're not out there, because I know a lot of them.
Yeah.
You're one. I know a lot of them. But I've had times out there when I was dating. Meet a woman, everything's going good, had a good date. The next week, I might call them, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm having the most terrible day of my life.
Life.
It's life that happens.
What's going on in life? What's going on? And I've seen it so many times. I just get in mode with them. What's going on? Well, my son's father said he was going to buy the kids some shoes. And now he's not going to do it. And my light's about to get cut off.
Wow.
And my tire's going bad. And
my God,
we were supposed to see each other, but I don't think it's going to happen.
That's life. It happens.
My dad always taught me, big shout DJ Al.
Hey.
He said, never let a woman put you in panic mode. And I always remember that.
That's wisdom. That's high wisdom.
Yeah. So, cause they do that because they know some guys gonna throw that cape on. I want to see her. I'm gonna solve all these problems so I can see her. You know, what size you wear? What size you wear? What size the tie
that's
is?
why I go back to where men feel like we don't have any kind of where is our win in this? Because I have an intelligent woman sitting here asking me about women not having their own, right? But then if I have a conversation with a woman, she's telling me how independent and strong she is, and this is the impression that you walk to me with. This is how you approach me as a woman who is providing for her own, doing her thing. She got her own, And then 2 months down the road, it becomes, oh, I just don't feel like I should have to work.
Oh yeah,
I'm in my soft girl era right now.
Where that came in at? Where did that?
What's wrong with saying that?
When did that transition?
That doesn't mean you have to agree with it. That doesn't mean you have to go with it. But
right.
what's wrong?
You are right
with saying it?
No.
This. And I wish we had more women here.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. We'll get to that. To the soft girl era, that's the big thing now, right? So, can you get to that on your own, or is you expecting a man to?
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
I'm actually
on now.
That's what I'm in now.
I don't know.
Come on
you
now.
can get to that on your own. I mean,
She said
any woman
You can
that
get to the soft girl era on
your own.
Yes,
You saying that?
yes, and I would enjoy it more
If
doing them on my own versus me.
Maybe she
I
might
would
not
be-
know what the soft girl era.
What you mean? What these people doing? What? Go ahead, say what y'all think it is then.
Well,
Well,
what has been described to it to be.
since-
Well, you
Well,
want
let's segue to this. Being submissive.
Oh God, why did you bring that word up?
Let's go there.
the wicked word.
What?
Jesus.
If you was in a relationship,
Where my holy water?
what does that look like for you?
Now, why would you listen?
And what?
If that's where we communicate at the beginning. You know within a week, within 3 dates, within 1 date whether that's your type.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for you,
Okay.
So
She's
for you,
speaking.
Okay.
so for
a
you,
week, 3 dates.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on.
Don't you know?
Ladies,
So
hey.
if you,
We gotta get another one of y'all on
Flag
here.
on the play. Flag
We
on
gotta
the
at least
play.
have
what I
two.
said wrong.
Flag on the play. I'm gonna have to call BS right now. I'm gonna have to call BS right now.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
And I mean this.
think-
And
I
we
mean
thank
this.
Pando for being such a great
Right.
sport.
I thank you for
They
being
are
such a great
eating me
sport, but-
alive, right?
We're gonna get
Look,
we're gonna get some
no,
people
and
on here.
and these are all points that we should have discussions. But whenever I keep hearing these are conversations you need to have at the beginning, who has these conversations at the beginning?
Right.
Seriously, let's just be real. Who really is sitting here after a week saying, my hopes and dreams of where I find myself in a relationship?
I asked the questions.
But okay,
I'm
but,
at the
I mean,
age. I'm at the age right now. I'm at the age right now. Is I want to know. I'm
Okay.
not playing high school. I'm not playing check the box.
But
We're not getting any younger.
Speak from us.
But the thing,
Speak for all women.
I
Well,
can.
I mean, in
If we're
general.
talking on
'Cause
average.
I'm just speaking from guys who I talk to and what I see.
Yeah, I'm talking
Every-
from an
you know,
average
yeah,
perspective.
yeah,
On average. On average.
You might be exception to the rule. That's
And you're
great.
saying, within 3,
but I don't agree
dates?
with the women.
and you've got Jill Scott sitting here talking about, oh, if it takes me more than 6 months, I've wasted my time. And you got women all on Instagram and everything else, just amen in that whole ideology.
And a meme will shake up the internet. A podcast clip.
But she did say that.
But
She
this is
said
what
that,
I'm-
social
Y'all-
media has,
All I'm saying.
has
Yeah.
definitely
All I'm
contributed
saying.
to it.
I'm kind of taking it back to one of the things that we were talking about at the very beginning, just the misconception as far as maybe we have sometimes of the opposite sex.
Right.
And I'm trying to circle that back into, I don't think sometimes men get enough credit that we think a lot more critically than you guys think we do. We're not as shallow
That's a bar.
as a lot of women think we are. We are looking at this as chess, not checkers, because that's a man's mind is programmed to look. Okay, I have this goal right here in front of me, but I'm looking 5 goals down.
Yeah, we
I'm
project managers. We
project managers.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
are.
And y'all don't think that
By
we
nature.
don't bring this type of mentality when it talks to what we're going to do with our relationships. We have that same mentality.
You guys have the advantage to wean out those type of women that y'all looking for.
Yeah, but it takes too much time. We tired.
Come on
We
now.
tired.
So what? You
We tired.
We have
You-
to
We tired.
speak on that for a second because
tired.
I think I have something, but I want you to speak more on what it makes you feel like, or that we have. The
You
advantage.
want that, but he don't want. He's tired.
No, because we keep coming to the table in good faith, but then it feels like it's not returned.
Why would you feel that it's not returned when you pick them?
No. We're sifting. A sifting process is different than picking. I'm taking the whole thing in once and I'm sifting through.
That takes time.
Once again, there's only 5 of us guys and it's 100 of y'all women.
That y'all pick.
No, that's available.
That's available.
That's available because you told
still
me we hadn't found them.
Picking the one that you shifting though.
How am I gonna find it?
You still picking the one that you shifted.
How am I gonna find
So, but still, you should know. So y'all think you don't know whether you like that woman within 3 days.
It's not about whether I like, because I can take the emotional component out of it
Even
and think
when
more
I say
rationally.
like, men like to entertain, to think that you can. Move
I can entertain a
forward
lot
with,
of things.
Think that
Well,
you can move
can-
forward
Can I
with
say something?
that
Can I say
person.
something? I think
Okay.
I remember telling one of my homegirls, as I said, we got to get past the point of the makeup. And so what the makeup does, is, you have people who have whatever. You've seen the videos, the little African videos, and the women look like, I don't know what.
Yeah, that's
And they
scary.
put that on, and she looks like
That's
Beyonce,
scary.
That
done scared me a
But
couple times.
Oh, yeah.
I think
I need
men
some
have to
rain.
take time to get past you guys' makeup.
That's a bar too.
Because you guys know how to
God.
put on
Oh,
the makeup.
wow.
You guys know how to put on the dress, smell good, look good, go out there and present.
That's the same with y'all. We gotta-
Present.
And I was just about to say.
I was about to say, I'm sure it's the same with
That's
us.
true, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say the thing is, when we talking about sifting, he's talking about more conversation. I believe on both sides, we do have to have more quality conversations. But also, let me say this is going to throw a wrench in it. Every time I have a conversation with a woman doesn't mean that I see her as my wife.
right?
You could just be somebody who I kick it with.
Yeah.
And
Right.
and I'm seeing, kick it with, or a friend kick it with, or maybe I do see you as a potential, but I also can hold off. If I see somebody as a potential wife, I remember seeing somebody as a potential wife, but I held back and did not give her my all because she didn't deserve my all because of where she was. I needed to see more maturity before you gonna partner with me. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm heading. I got a goal, but you're not mature yet. Because you're not mature, I'm gonna stay right here, but I ain't going no further. Now you want me to be your husband, but I can't be your husband because you're not mature.
Now,
And I'm gonna stay right there on that level. What you got?
now, in defense of women, I will say this.
Defensive women. Go ahead.
I'm saying in defense.
Go
Wait
ahead,
a
go
minute.
ahead.
I mean, because we're taking this from the vantage point of a man who got his stuff together. First of all,
Right.
And we
And-
listen,
and-
pardon me. We had 3 other guests, so don't think we
trying not to.
yeah we got the Queen Pandora here speaking.
Yeah.
for
The
the women.
Queen.
We had 3 others. They was going to outnumber us.
Right,
But It's just how it happened today. So we working with it. Next week we're gonna have more people there.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to, we have to, as men, we've got to get past our own insecurities and we got to start taking off the mask that we have. Just like Dave was saying, we got to get past your makeup. You have to get past our masks because we put masks on every day out here. And some of us as men, we have worn these masks for so long, we no longer recognize our own face. So if we're trying to come into conversation and real talk with a woman who may actually be approaching us with the real, we don't even know how to do it. So there's still a lot of work that we have to do emotionally on our side as men.
Right.
Because, there's a lot of women who are out here because, like I said, you got 100 to 5, right? You're gonna have about and you're gonna have a lot of women be like, you know what? No, I'm good. I don't need to have to try to get this 5 guy here. But I see Tyrone over here, and he's a decent fella. I see he's a decent fella. I see he's out here. And I'm trying to find out more about him, but he doesn't know how to drop that mask. And there's a whole litany of reasons why we don't know how to do it. But fellas, we got to get better at being able to not just demand that a woman makes herself more available emotionally. If we're not willing to meet them with the same effort, because we're going to always miss each other.
I think
And
not
then
working. Go ahead. Okay.
And then you have some women, when they ask over and over, is because they sense something in their man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you guys, like you say, the mask, y'all don't want to take the mask off or relax, because I've heard men say that, oh, later on when we have a heated conversation, it's going to be brought back up.
That happened.
You know,
That happens.
And y'all don't do
It
that?
does. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
but
But that's why it's important for me as a man. I just want to be able to come home, take the cape off, and just be Clark Kent,
Yeah.
myself,
Absolutely.
myself. When I go in the world, cape on, let's go. Love for me, I can come home and just be me.
right, absolutely. That's how it's supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
That's how it is supposed to be. But that it takes two. I mean, it takes two. You can't say, "Hey, you're supposed to do this. I'm going to do this." It takes.
This is why I
two.
say I think a delusion when we talked about is, women who say they want the soft air and not really have to work, because when a woman has to work, she has to be more masculine and do all this stuff. But in realistic sense, both parties are working.
Mm-hmm.
In a realistic sense,
Mhm.
so both parties are working. And if you got children, y'all
Really working.
really working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So both parties are working. And so the realistic thing is we should try to make each other's life better by not overcomplicating it and try to say, I got your back. And this is me speaking. Partnership, that's what a partnership. I don't want to if I say, I want you to take care of me, but I'm seeing that it overcomplicates your life to take care of me, then I need to get out there and
Right.
do what I need to do so that I won't put that pressure on you, and vice versa. If a man, what I'm doing is not causing you to, be who, I could see you being and just, being complimentary, then there's some things that I need to do is changing. So I think there has to be more, I want to say, it's got to be like, you have to be considerate
Mm-hmm.
of the other person.
Right.
That's like, honestly, and I mean, we are grown. In sex, it's the same way. If it's all about me getting what I need to get and I leave you hanging, that's not really real sex. It's like, you gotta really, I'm working for you to make sure you good. You working with me to make sure I'm good.
I mean, I might have had an off day.
You know what I'm saying? but I mean, if that's something you just say, you say, hey, I just want to hook you up and I don't care about me. That's one, right? But life is the same way. We should be looking to make sure that, hey, I take care of you, but you should be like, I'm gonna take care of you. You feel me? And when we meet that intersection, that's where the sweet spot. That's where it's supposed to be all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
But I will say this though: if you are a man and it's the right woman, and you taking care of your business, you will bring that out of a woman.
oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The right one.
Right.
And then that's vice versa. The right woman will have a man relax with her.
Yeah.
Relax with her. The right woman will be there to pray for their man. I mean,
But where they at though?
they're out here. Hey.
I mean, judging by, and I'm not.
She put a plug
Hey,
out
look,
there.
hey, look,
A commercial. That was a commercial.
Hey,
Right.
And I'm not saying, I know they out there. We just
They
talking right now.
are. They
But when you look
are.
at social media,
Problem.
it seems like
That's the
women
problem.
outside right now.
They really outside on every front.
I'm talking
Especially black women. They
They
really
outside.
do it.
But you know, a lot of
I'm
social
on
media,
Snap. All I see is hookahs, Casamigos.
a lot of,
And I mean that. Pardon me. Like, and they got great jobs, careers.
Yeah.
So it's not taken away from that. It's just when Friday come, it's up.
It's always up.
It's
You
through
know-
the roof.
and social media now is content.
No.
Yes,
I think it's a reflection of real life
It's
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think sometimes it is
All that ain't
reflection.
content. Y'all can't help but to turn that camera
don't you
on.
know? Don't you know that
What
you
you
can?
say?
You can. Don't you know that
Yeah.
you can rent a content apartment, stay in it for a weekend?
You can.
It's
Well, if somebody's doing that, I get it. But I'm talking about what I see.
so is it the average woman?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
Well,
you-
even if it's not an average one,
figure it
I
out.
think there's
There's a lot
there's
of
a desire that's created to be that.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's a desire. So if this is out there and this is the life, because people say, what is the life? Oh, you know, I ain't heard so many people until recently want to say, I want to travel and
Yeah,
see the
yeah,
world.
yeah,
We ain't used to be like that back in the day. Going to the beach was the thing.
Yeah,
Right. Let me go
yeah.
to Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Dirty
And
Myrtle.
I'm good. I'm good if I go to the beach,
Hey.
you know, go to Charleston and maybe Charlotte.
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
a big time,
Oh,
you
yeah.
go
Oh,
to
yeah.
Charlotte.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now,
Atlanta?
They in Jamaica.
Atlanta? Boy, Atlanta, you must have got a
Hey,
you got a passport.
rubbing it.
rubbing them down.
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
They lit.
Everybody lit.
They lit.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to go to a club and ain't got no hookah.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to pay for that hookah. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just, that's the life. And so what it does is it creates a desire to make that their reality. And you know, but I agree that's not a real reality for some people, because if I gotta, you know, not pay for my bills, but then live that life, a lot of people got we don't see a lot of imbalance. That's another thing that we don't tell the people up front. Listen, we're not gonna tell the person if I'm lacking in financial health. We're not gonna say, listen, before you get with me,
Just know.
my credit is shot.
Yeah.
And I got X, Y, and Z bills. Like, if you really want to get with me, I'm gonna let you know what I got. No,
I'ma
we don't
just-
learn that junk until
My 11-year-old got lights in his name. I just want you to know that.
you know what I
But,
mean.
but at the same
But it's
time,
they're gonna
You
show.
paying
They're
for this
gonna
drink?
show.
Talking about signs or
No, they're gonna show the good. They're not gonna
Highlight
show the
reel.
bad.
Right.
You know, they're gonna show they're on the trip. They're not gonna show where I'm gonna live at when I get off this trip. You know what I'm saying? You think they're gonna show that? They're gonna show the highlights of it. You
And
know what I'm
what-
saying? So the people are looking at social media.
so that's great. So if I only show the highlights, what's social media showing what I want you to see?
Exactly.
Where is the accountability then?
And I was just about to come to
where's
that.
it
David.
accountability? Where that means who holds us accountable? If I'm just showing you what I want you to see, but in my life I'm busted. You know what I'm saying? So how do we hold each other accountable? Or we hold each other accountable, we don't get what we want, and then we're gonna blame the other party.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be.
Well, and it's hard to do it because, you know, people are very image conscious now. So they protect the image at all costs. You know what I'm saying? And only a handful of people may really know the real behind what's really going on out here after this day party and after this yacht party. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And the problem then persists when you don't have that accountability of showing real life. We keep talking about the image that gets created and the image that people want to attain to
It
get.
starts to be an image in here
Correct.
and create unrealistic desires
So
on the other people.
every image that we're being bombarded against says that black men and black women, we can't coexist. That black men and black women, we can't work together for a common goal. That black men and black women can't ever be on the same page in a relationship. This is what we get bombarded with, and this is the prejudices almost that we come in to these new interactions with. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'm bringing in the back of my mind, I'm bringing this with me, whether I really say it up front or even if I really feel it. It's baggage that I'm bringing with me, thinking, oh man, this chick probably gonna be like one of these other chicks. Oh, this dude gonna be like one of these other dudes. And it's
Judging.
not, but it's not right. But I'm just saying, it's a part of human nature because we're
When I've been
being
hurt?
overly bombarded with.
Yeah.
That's why when you're hurt, then you shouldn't be. Nobody else shouldn't be in your face. You need to get over that hurt first, because you're gonna take that to that, and that's gonna affect how you see that person.
Well, people don't know how to be alone.
That's true, because they looking at, so like that's with me from the last one I had. I love me now. You know what I'm saying? Because I've learned to love me inside. I'm becoming a person to where loving me is going to make me love him even better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. People are not fixing them before they go to the next.
And we
So
don't
they-
have enough people like yourself
And
to
I'm
come
sorry, I'm supposed to be
openly
thinking
and just
as
say, no, but I'm
You
just
you
saying.
just
But-
subject to the rule.
But
We applaud that.
and I understand what y'all saying as far, but we all looking at what we're seeing on social media,
Right.
and the whole world is not on social media. So you have your women out there or your men out there that are good women and men. I mean, the social media, that's just what it is now. Everybody want to be in the glam. Everybody want to be famous. Everybody want to be this and that. I mean, that's just what it is. And if that's what you're looking at in your social media, you can look at their page. I know everybody that probably done had somebody in their inbox done went to that person's page. From front to back, they hit the uncle, hit the aunt, y'all done probably hit the whole family. And you still could kind of like tell what type of person that is. Yeah, they may still be putting in on their glamorous picture, but you still gonna see something and be like, oh no, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be invested, you got to research.
And with that, we're going to pause. Research. And we're going to do some more research, and hopefully she's going to have some other people join her.
Yeah. Where the ladies at?
Where the ladies at?
Where the ladies at?
Come,
'Cause I'm telling you right now.
because
No,
I
I mean
can't
it
do
was,
it.
and I appreciate the conversation. I know everybody does. It really is real, and that's what we want to have: real conversations that bring out real things, so we can get to a real resolution, right? So, I appreciate everybody joining us today. Until next time.
Love,
Peace.
love.